The newest chapter of One Piece was just exhilarating to read. It confirmed a lot of things. If you don't want to be spoiled, then scroll away from this video. So Vegapunk continues to talk about the pirate known as Joy Boy, and we see Wano receiving this transmission through Orochi's snail. We see Damaro Black and the gang again, except this time they're dressed as the Kid Pirates, and Damaro claims that he is 1,000,000 times stronger than Joy Boy. Vegapunk goes on to say that he didn't read all the poneglyphs, but he knows they cataloged a great war in the past. He says that Joy Boy faced an enemy that is now known as the world government, and some Marines look confused here. Back then, the world government was just 20 allied kingdoms, and as he says that, Mars is knocking out a bunch of snails with his Conqueror's Haki. I wonder if this confirms that every Gorosei member has it. I guess Joy Boy's faction was so formidable that it took an alliance of 20 kingdoms to defeat them. And coincidentally, we're shown Zunisha's reaction during this, but Vegapunk can't judge who's right or wrong because he doesn't know the origin of that conflict. Oh yeah, and we finally see a picture of Joy Boy after all this time, and he essentially just resembles Luffy in Gear 5. But as we see the Minx reaction, Vegapunk reinforces that Joy Boy was from an advanced civilization with weapons far beyond their modern science. Also see what's left of Foxy's crew reacting to this on a tugboat. Edison contacts Stussy and tells her to lower the barrier, but Stussy is reluctant. Edison reassures her that there's no point in the barrier with monsters like the Gorosei around. They've done all they can for the Straw Hats. Jinbei and Zoro are still trying to reconnect with the group, and Nami's pissed at Zoro for saying they were busy. Nami explains they have to hurry because the Marines are moving the blockade. Stussy is glad that she did her job, but now she doesn't know what to do. She feels like she has no purpose with Stella not around anymore. We cut back to Bonnie's group, and Bonnie's telling everyone to not let Ethan use his sword because he can cut anything. I don't know where she got that from, but that is insane hype. She barely dodges a slash from Ethan. The slash cuts off the centerpiece of the giant warrior pirate ship, and Bonnie's distorted future form depletes right there. Vegapunk then goes on to say that the Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat, as we're shown Zunisha and the giant robot. Ethan dips out immediately. He is not happy with Vegapunk. Ethan realizes that there are too many life forms in Punk Records, so he decides to just split open the entirety of it, freeing all the Seraphim and the Cypher Pole agents. This man Ethan is not playing, and I think we're all aware that this is just more Bogart hype since Ethan stole his flow. But Vegapunk continues to explain that this great war left scars on the world. He explains that the world used to have continents of land masses, but they were swallowed up by the ocean. We see the reactions of Shimotsuki Village, Kamabaka Kingdom, and Orange Town. Vegapunk explains that in a century, the sea level rose by 200 meters. Mocktown is still having a blast listening to this, and we see Drum Island's reaction. We see Water 7 again, and we see Vivi Morgans and Wapol listening to this. But Vegapunk reinforces that this flood was a man-made thing, that it's impossible for this to happen in the 100 years and be natural. He claims that it was caused by the ancient weapons, and those ancient weapons are still around today, and that essentially means that the Great War has never ended. Of course, the Gorosei are very shook, but Imu looks like the most shook we have ever seen them.